Imagine waking up one morning, opening your phone, scrolling through the news, and seeing one of the most respected idols in K-pop possibly facing prison time. Not a dating rumor, not a company dispute, not a hiatus. Jail. That's exactly where fans found themselves after news broke about Winner's song Mino. And before anyone jumps to conclusions, this story is way more complex, heavier, and honestly more uncomfortable than the headlines make it seem. Song Mino isn't just an idol. He's a producer, a lyricist, an artist who helped shape Winner's identity and sound, someone who's been open about mental health, pressure, and the darker sides of fame, which is why this situation hits differently. According to authorities, Mino, who was serving his mandatory military duty as a social service worker instead of an active duty soldier, allegedly failed to report for duty multiple times and left his assigned workplace without authorization. At first, reports mentioned more than 8 days of absence, already serious, but then things escalated. During further investigation, prosecutors didn't just rely on attendance records, they went deeper. Forensic analysis of Mino's phone and GPS data reportedly revealed additional unauthorized absences, pushing the total well beyond what was initially known. And this is where Korean law comes crashing down hard. Under Article 89 of the Military Service Act, leaving your service post without a valid reason for 8 days or more isn't a slap on the wrist. It's a criminal offense punishable by up to 3 years in prison. Let's be very clear here. This isn't about being late. This isn't about missing a day because of exhaustion. In South Korea, military service is treated as a sacred civic duty. Public figures especially are under a microscope. The Military Manpower Administration has made it clear that absences under 7 days are usually handled administratively. Once you hit 8 days, the system automatically escalates it to criminal charges. No exceptions, no, but he's famous. That's exactly why Mino's case was sent from administrative review to police and then to prosecutors. The Seoul Western District Prosecutor's Office has now indicted Mino without detention, meaning he isn't in custody, but the charges are real and active. They've stated that the number of confirmed absence days increased during supplementary investigations, which significantly raises the legal risk. Legal experts are now openly saying that a prison sentence is no longer a remote possibility. It's on the table, depending on how the court rules. What makes this even more complicated is the timeline. These alleged absences reportedly occurred between March 2023 and December 2024, while Mino was assigned to work in Mapo-gu, Seoul. That's not a short period. That's nearly 2 years under review. During police questioning, Mino initially denied the allegations, twice, but during the third interrogation, he reportedly admitted that he had left his workplace during work hours. For fans, this admission hit like a punch to the chest, not because idols are perfect, we know they're not, but because this crosses into an area that Korea takes extremely seriously. Military-related controversies have ended careers before. Some recovered, some never did, and every single time, public opinion plays a brutal role. Now, here's where emotions start colliding. On one side, there are people saying the law is the law, no excuses. On the other side, fans are asking harder questions. What about mental health? What about the pressures that led him to alternative service in the first place? What about the system that often treats social service workers as if they're somehow less legitimate, yet holds them to the same unforgiving standards? None of these questions erase responsibility, but they do add context, and context matters, especially when someone's freedom is at stake. What's undeniable is this: the more confirmed absence days that are added to the case, the more serious the outcome could become. Judges will look at intent, frequency, honesty during investigation, and whether there were mitigating circumstances. Mino's legal team will likely argue those points aggressively. Prosecutors, on the other hand, are clearly building a solid, data-backed case. GPS data doesn't lie easily. For Winner, this situation casts a long shadow. Group activities, future releases, brand deals, everything becomes uncertain when one member is facing criminal sentencing. For Mino personally, this could be the most defining moment of his career, for better or worse. Not because he's being cancelled, but because Korean society rarely forgets military controversies. And for fans, this is one of those moments where being a fan doesn't feel fun. It feels heavy. Support turns into waiting, love turns into anxiety, and silence from agencies starts feeling louder than any statement. Right now, nothing is finalized. No sentence has been handed down, no prison bars have closed. But make no mistake, this is no longer just an investigation. It's a legal battle with real consequences. So the question isn't just, will Mino go to jail? The real question is how this case will reshape his life, his career, and the way idols are judged when they fall short of national expectations. If you want updates as this case develops, if you want real discussions, not clickbait, not hate, but honest breakdowns from a fan's perspective, make sure you subscribe to Daebak Daily, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about this respectfully, because this story is far from over.